Welcome to Exam Sale. This script covers the syllabus for test prep, test of essential academic skills, sentence correction, and tells you what to study and why. Listen closely to the domain breakdown so you can plan your study time wisely. The exam divides into 3 domains with exact weights. Conventions of Standard English is 37%, knowledge of language is 33%, and vocabulary acquisition is 30%. Each domain is assessed with conceptual plus scenario-based questions that test practical use and decision-making. Together these weights show you should focus most of your effort on conventions, while still giving significant time to language and vocabulary. Conventions of Standard English carries 37% of the exam, is labeled hard, and has an estimated learning time of 15 hours with conceptual plus scenario-based assessment. This domain focuses on mastery of spelling, punctuation, and grammatical structures required for academic and professional writing, so you will practice standard spelling and correct punctuation such as commas, semicolons, colons, dashes, and apostrophes. You will also study sentence structure and syntax to analyze subject-verb agreement, pronoun antecedent agreement, sentence fragments, run-on sentences, misplaced or dangling modifiers, and the parts of speech that determine correct form and meaning. Knowledge of language is 33% of the exam, is labeled medium, and has an estimated learning time of 12 hours with conceptual plus scenario-based assessment. This domain teaches application of language rules to improve sentence clarity, organizational flow, and stylistic appropriateness, so you will revise sentences to remove wordiness, use transitions for logical flow, and organize sentences into cohesive paragraphs. You will also learn to distinguish formal and informal language, choose professional tone for clinical or academic contexts, decide between active and passive voice, and maintain a consistent point of view while recognizing non-standard usage. Vocabulary acquisition makes up 30% of the exam, is labeled easy, and has an estimated learning time of 8 hours with conceptual plus scenario-based assessment. This domain trains strategies for determining the meaning of unknown words using contextual evidence and structural analysis, so you will practice using context clues, synonyms, antonyms, and figurative language to infer meaning and interpret multiple meaning words. You will also study structural analysis by identifying common Latin and Greek roots, prefixes, and suffixes, deconstructing words into morphemes, and using those parts to determine definitions and grammatical function, including unfamiliar medical or scientific terms. In summary, follow the exact weights and recommended hours. 37% and 15 hours for conventions of Standard English, 33% and 12 hours for knowledge of language, and 30% and 8 hours for vocabulary acquisition, all assessed with conceptual plus scenario-based questions. Prioritize the harder conventions material first while using targeted practice for clarity and vocabulary strategies. Study steadily, time your practice, and you will be well prepared for the sentence correction section of the test prep, test of essential academic skills.